It was the morning of 1st February 2021. I woke up and as usual I've checked my phone. And in the notification bar, Google informs me that the fear has come true. That there is a military coup in Myanmar. Hello, I'm Kisan Kumar Sahu. Welcome. Today we are going to know everything about the shocking incident that happened in the neighborhood. A military coup in Myanmar. On the morning of 1st February 2021, when the government headed by Aung San Suu Kyi would have taken office, on the same day the military marched towards the parliament, detains Aung San Suu Kyi along with other prominent leaders including most of the MPs. And then the military declares that Myanmar would stay under emergency for the next 1 year, after which they would hold a fair election. Internet connectivity in all the major cities are cut. Communications are down with Naypyidaw, the capital city. And the Myanmar military said that no foreign country can communicate with the state at this time. In Yangon, the largest city and the old capital of Myanmar, the phone line as well as the mobile data are limited. And all the international broadcasters such as Al Jazeera are blocked and the local stations are off air. Banks have currently halted all their services and ATM machines are functioning partially, but even there, people are standing in a long queue. But why did the military do this? In case you don't know, let me tell you that there were democratic elections held in Myanmar in November 2020. And in this election, NDL, National Democratic League, a party headed by Aung San Suu Kyi, had a sweeping victory. A victory this big has never happened in the history of Myanmar. NDL succeeded in winning 396 out of 476 seats. A very big victory. The opposition, the Union Solidarity and Development Party, a party backed by the military. In other words, I could say that this is the military's proxy party. This party succeeded in winning just 33 seats. So this party, Union Solidarity and Development Party, let me remind you that this party is backed by the military of Myanmar. This party along with the military claimed that the November 2020 election were full of irregularities and claimed that there was widespread fraud. And thus, they maintained that the November 2020 results are invalid and they demanded a re-election. NDL responded by saying that there were no such incidents happened. But who knew this would invite a military coup? The military questioned the authenticity of about 9 million votes casted in the election. And the military ordered the UEC, Union Election Commission of Myanmar, to prove that the election was fair. If proven fair, the military says they would allow NDL to form the government and enter the parliament. General Min Aung Hlaing, the current Army General of Myanmar and a very influential figure in the country. He is the one in power now. We'll discuss about it. He delivered a speech on 27 January 2021 and in a statement he mentions, and I quote, "Everybody needs to abide by the constitution, which is the mother of the law." Maybe Mr. Min was already hinting about a coup. But what constitution was Mr. Min talking about? The constitution Mr. Min mentioned was also drafted by the military itself. After decades of military rule, Myanmar was finally becoming a democracy. But the constitution was drafted by the military itself in 2008. To ensure the importance of the military in the country and its influence in the decision making of major affairs, the military has cleverly reserved 25% of the seats in both the houses of the parliament, in which it elects serving military officials. Do you know what that means? That means that no major decision can be taken without the approval and the consent of the military. Though no bills can be passed without the military's approval. Very clever. Anyways, coming to the point, after this speech, the military has ordered the UEC to prove that the elections were fair, as I've already mentioned earlier. Responding to this statement, the UEC has released a statement in which it says that they found no evidence of voting malpractice or fraud. Despite this assurance by the UEC that they found no such evidences, the Myanmar military still threw up the government and took power to their hand. Power has been handed over to the current commander-in-chief Min Aung Hlaing, as I've already mentioned. And some experts also say that he did this coup because he did not want to lose his influence. He's turning 65 this year and he had to retire. And experts say that he did this coup to sustain his power. The UK, EU and Australia are among the one who condemned this military takeover. The US President Joe Biden has threatened to instate sanctions. The UN Secretary General said that this is a serious blow to democratic reforms. And many other countries also condemned this military takeover. But not every country reacted this way. Guess one country? China. China blocked the UN Security Council statement condemning the military coup. Why wouldn't it do? It's a great opportunity for China to pull Myanmar to its side. Other neighboring countries like Cambodia, Philippines and Thailand said that it's an internal matter. Wow. Anyways, it doesn't matter what the real intention behind the coup was, but it is true that a fair democratic transition has been halted. And it would raise question to the credibility of democracies all around the world. Cause it's rightly being said, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere.